What's up, guys? I had some people recommend a couple different things I could possibly talk about on my channel, and today I want to go into part of my collection. I'm going to go way back to the very beginning here, but let's jump into it. I'll have a cool card to finally finish a master set, and it's going to be kind of exciting. I'm going to put this card in the binder with you guys. Let's find out what it is. All right, I'm going to attempt to do this as best as I can. I don't really have a great way to hold my phone high enough so you can see it right here next to my face in order to get the binder in the view. This is why it's always hard about showing binders on film. I haven't been able to figure out a good way to do it. So if you got a tip on how to show your binder well and be able for everyone to see everything, I would love to hear a tip in there. So you'll have to excuse my camera shaking a little bit. I'm going to do my best to hold it as best as I can. But this is my base set through Team Rocket binder. And thankfully I put a lot of this together like 2013, basically end of 2012 and early 2013. And that was really when I really first got back into the hobby. I grew up with Pokemon as a kid. I collected during, 1999 through probably like 2001-ish, something like that. And as a kid, you don't have much money, so you get packs here and there, and you trade kids on the playground and all that kind of stuff. But I had a much more meager collection, and maybe sometime I'll show you my original binder from my childhood. But yeah, hit some nostalgic in college, and in 2012, late 2012, I kind of went back and started collecting the old cards and had an absolute blast. So I went ahead and put them in card order, which is not Pokedex order, but so it puts all the holos at the beginning. You have to excuse my stuff here on the side. But yeah, just really fun set. You can tell some of these cards I had put like a second card behind them. I don't recommend doing that nowadays. I don't do that nowadays, but I did that before. So really fun just to, let me scoot this over slightly here. My face is kind of in the way. I apologize. Let me do this. I'm gonna move my face to the center. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we'll leave it. I think no matter what I do, it's gonna be not ideal. So I apologize. But yeah, so it was really cool to have, complete base set back then. It's actually surprising how much a lot of these cards have gone up. And a lot of that was from the whole COVID boom that happened. If you weren't in the hobby back then, and I wasn't, I'd taken a break. Like I got in really heavily from about late 2012 to mid 2013. And then I took a long break, and I came back a few years ago, maybe like 2023 or 2022. I can't remember which one exactly, and came back in really hard. But thankfully kept a lot of this stuff, not all of it, but I kept a lot of the stuff from when I got back in 2012 and 2013. So yeah, you got the jungle holos, obviously, beautiful set. And then of course you get into the jungle non-holos. I have a lot of first editions here because I actually opened some first edition jungle packs back in the day. I don't recommend, I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. They were really cheap back then. I think I got like packs for like less than $10 a piece or something like that. It was pretty cheap back then. If I could go back in time, I would have gotten a whole bunch. Even like Dragonite, this guy's gotten really expensive now. It's really fun because I've been building decks to play base through fossil, and so I was actually able to go through here and steal some extras that I had tucked under some of these cards that were playable cards. So kind of was like Christmas in a lot of ways. But yeah, so you got all of the fossil here, and then and I loved this Magmar as a kid. That's the thing I love about kids' perspective on Pokemon is this is an uncommon, so it's nothing fancy, and yet I just loved Magmar and I loved this card, and I had a Moltres non-holo as a kid. I didn't even have the holo version, and I still loved it. Of course we all wanted the holos as kids, but you just love cards like Golduck. I loved Golduck even though it was an uncommon, and I love that perspective that children have on the hobby, that they like the Pokemon that they like the art that they like, and sometimes it's on a common card, a 2-cent card. And yeah, so fossil, always love the base through fossil, and playing those games is really fun. And then I put Team Rocket together too here. However, back then I had not finished it off. There was like 3 cards I was missing, and in 2023 I went and added a couple of those, but I had never quite finished Team Rocket. Thank God I have all of the holos, including the very, very expensive Dark Charizard holo here. You can barely see the holo on that card, but it is holo. I've always really loved the Team Rocket set. I think it's a phenomenal set. I love the art on it. I mean, look at this Machamp. Is this not the coolest Machamp you've ever seen? It's just so cool. Like, even Dark Dragonite, I like better than the Fossil Dragonite by far. Just the Dark Alakazam's amazing. Like, all of the uncommons, commons, and rares too get really good. But here it is. This is the card that is missing, guys. This is it. It is the non-holo Dark Charizard. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've probably heard me talk about it. Today, we are going to finally finish this sucker. Let me set this down for a second. All right, and we're back. Sorry, I had to kind of shuffle some things around. I needed my hands. Boom, there it is, the Dark Charizard. I finally just bit the bullet, bought it. I was like, I just need to finish this set and just be done with it. I don't know why it took me so long to do that. I guess I had just a lot of other things that I was prioritizing with my cash. But congratulations, guys. You get to watch me complete Team Rocket officially, finally, which is crazy because I've had most of the set there forever. But, you know, as I was saying, like, I really genuinely love this set. The Dark Dragonite here is gorgeous. Let me get that cable out of the way. Look at this Dark Charmeleon. How cool is that? We go over here, and I've always thought that the Dark Flareon, Dark Jolteon, and Dark Golduck were incredible cards, especially the Dark Jolteon and the Dark Golduck. I just think are two maybe of my favorite sets in all of my favorite cards in all of Team Rocket. I mean, I literally mean that. They're uncommons, and I've always just loved the art on these cards. Look at that. It's incredible, guys. Like, if these had been holos, they'd have been top chases. But for me, they're still top chase or top cards just because I just love them so much. They're so great. Oh, I forgot too. Dark Primate's up there too for me. So that's probably my three favorite cards from the set. Honestly, would be Dark Golduck, Dark Jolteon, and Dark Primate. I absolutely love those cards. But yeah, really cool to finally. Oh, and the Dark Vaporeon's so good too. There's too many good cards to pick from in this set, guys. Too many good cards. But yeah, absolutely beautiful set. If you haven't completed Team Rocket, you know, I'd do it. I'd probably wait for Destined Rivals to slow down, maybe wait another year, but this is a great set to fill out, guys. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful vintage set. It just screams nostalgia. You know, I even have the Dark Raichu holo in freaking first edition, which is pretty dope. And I've got, looks like a gym pre-release in here, a what is that? W3 promo, an E, that's not an E3. Which promo is this? It's like Korean maybe? And then Dark Gyarados pre-release. And then like just some other random stuff in this binder too. Good old fashioned Ancient Mew promo, another W, what do they call these? I can't remember what these W stamp promos are. There's the E3 Pikachu. You can see the E3 there in the corner. And I love too that I kept like the advertising for some of this stuff, including this Mew, which, man, I loved this Mew growing up. I really, really loved this card a lot. I never had the holo when I was growing up, but I really loved this card. And then I get the back of this binder. I don't know why that's there. And I kept some random just extras and base set too and stuff like that. But there you go, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I want to share that momentous occasion of finally completing my Team Rocket. So now this binder is it's done, which is great. Again, I don't know why I put it off so much. You know, maybe this will be some motivation for some of you out there that are close to mastering some sets and haven't finished it. I definitely don't master every set, but I really like mastering some of the vintage sets that are very nostalgic for me. And like, I've been working slowly on mastering Crown Zenith's Galarian Gallery, which is like 72 cards, just the Galarian Gallery itself. So you can create your own little sub-master sets. I may master Destined Rivals at some point because even the common, uncommon, rare cards I find to be really nice. But overall, yeah, this is just kind of a fun occasion. Got to share some of my old collection with you guys. and also just share that moment of putting that Dark Charizard in there and being done with it. I do plan on making more content regarding my collection. I have a lot of Pokemon cards, guys. Too many, let's be honest. And some really cool stuff to show you guys that probably a lot of you have maybe never even seen, especially some of the older Japanese promo type cards, and then some really cool graded cards too that I think you'll find really interesting. But yeah, I'll try to start mixing more of that content in. I've been struggling lately to keep up with content. Life has been busy. Like I said, I'm prepping to move. So for over the next month or so, it's going to be a little bit dicey with me getting videos out, so you'll have to be patient with me, but keep following, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You can be notified when I drop another video, and leave in the comments if you've mastered Team Rocket, if you're working on it, if you have plans to. I would love to hear about it, and we'll see y'all later.